Hi everyone, I'm Mrs. Webb and I'm going to be teaching your reading lesson for today. So today is Monday, April 13th, 2020. So our question this week in reading is going to be, what do you know about our country? So I want you to think, what do you know about our country? What are some things you might already know or some questions you might have? Think about those things and maybe you can discuss them with an adult if an adult is with you right now. Okay, so let's start with our vocabulary words this week. Our first vocabulary word is country. So maybe if that's one of the words in our question, we should know what a country is, right? Okay, a country is an area of land and people who are ruled by one government. An example of using this word in a sentence is to say the United States of America is the country where we live. So, what is another country that you would like to visit? Do you know of some other countries? Have you already been to another country? So, going along with that, our next word is travel. So, the definition of travel. To travel is to move from one place to another. So, let's use this word in a sentence. One way to travel is to fly in an airplane. So, where in the world would you like to travel? Would you like to go to another country? Is that the only place that you can travel? Think about that. Could you travel somewhere within our country? So we're going to read a story today about a girl named Anna, and Anna goes to Washington, D.C. Does anybody know where Washington, D.C. is or why Washington, D.C. is important? Okay, if not, you're going to learn. Let's start our book. We are in Washington, D.C. It is the capital of the United States, said Anna to Mama and her little sister, Sarah. Anna ran and hugged her tia, Louisa, and said, I cannot wait to visit the historic places. The next morning, Anna and Sarah were holding a large map. Look, Sarah, we will visit all these places. Tia Louisa and Mama waved American flags. They gave the flags to Anna and Sarah. Anna opened the front door and said, Ready, set, let's go. So it seems like they're pretty excited to get to explore. This is the National Mall, Tia Louisa said. I don't see any stores, Sarah said. There are no stores here, Tia Louisa replied. Sarah turned around and said, I get it. Instead of stores, this mall has historic buildings. What is this tall building? Asked Anna. It looks like a giant number 1, Sarah said. This is the Washington Monument, Tia Louisa said. It was built to honor the first president, or leader, of the United States, George Washington. Mama opened her purse. Look, his face is on the dollar bill and the quarter, Anna cried. So we've been learning about money in some of the classes, so maybe you already knew that. Maybe you already knew that George Washington's face is on the dollar bill and the quarter. Here's our next photo. Let's see, there we go. Who is this tall man sitting on that big chair? Anna asked. He is Abraham Lincoln, our 16th president. He ended slavery and helped keep the United States together, Tia Louisa said. He is also on the pennies that Sarah and I put inside our piggy banks, Anna said. Who lives in this beautiful house? Anna asked. The President of the United States lives in the White House, Tia Louisa said. Can we knock and say hello? Anna and Sarah asked. The President is a busy person, Tia Louisa said, but I have tickets to get inside. Yes, said everyone. This building is bigger than my whole school, Anna said. It is the Capitol building. They make laws here, Tia Louisa said. Are laws like school rules? Anna asked. Tia Louisa and Mama nodded. We need to follow rules or we will get in trouble, Anna said to Sarah. Look, there are also statues sitting on chairs here, Anna pointed at them. This is the Supreme Court, Tia Louisa said. When people do not agree, the Supreme Court decides what is fair. The Supreme Court is like a teacher. Teachers talk to children when they argue, Anna said. Welcome to the Library of Congress, Tia Louisa said. There are so many beautiful books here, said Anna. I love to read books to Sarah. Almost all the books published in the United States are here, Tia Louisa said. I would love to read them all one day, Anna said. Tia Louisa and Mama smiled. They went back to the National Mall and walked across Independence Avenue. Look, I know the man of the statue, Anna said. He is Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr., and he had a dream for everyone to be treated fairly. This is his memorial, Tia Louisa said. I will work for my dreams too, Anna said. Anna and her family walked among the flowering cherry trees. Look at the beautiful cherry blossoms, Anna said. These trees are a gift from Japan to celebrate the friendship between our two countries, Tia Louisa said. They sat down and watched the paddle boats go by. Anna hugged Tia Louisa and said, Thank you for this wonderful day. I will never forget it. Okay, so that was a pretty interesting story. Some of you may have gone to Washington, D.C. before. I have been before, and it was very, very cool. It was a great experience, and I think it was really fun to read that book today. So we are going to do a writing piece for your assignment today. You are going to get out your writing journal, so go ahead and get that out now. And then I want you to answer this question, or I want you to complete this sentence. I learned that Washington D.C. and then complete that sentence. I learned that Washington, D.C., what does Washington, D.C. have? What happens there? Tell me something you learned about Washington, D.C. whenever we read our book today. Now go ahead and draw some lines down here. Whenever you are writing your sentence, what things do you always need to have? The first letter of your sentence must be a capital letter. So we capitalized I. We also need to capitalize Washington, D.C. because that is a proper noun. And then at the end of every sentence, we need punctuation. So for this sentence, what kind of punctuation do you think we would need? Would it be a question? I learned that Washington, D.C. I don't really think that'd be a question. So let's put a period at the end of our sentence. Whenever you are done with this, you should do your Raz Kids and make sure that you have uploaded a picture of this assignment in Dojo. Okay, we'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great day.